All right, the last thing for this module is a daily final reflection, and it's a fun one because it's um, continuing on the heels of what we've been doing, which is intertextuality, integrating outside sources, and this is going to be a very practical example, and this is how it's going to go. The topic is pizza, okay? Remember I told you that with academic writing, people have been writing about topics even before you, and then they'll continue even after you. So with that being said, the conversation will precede you, and it will continue after you. So how that's translating is here. Okay, so the topic is pizza, and here's what you're going to do. You're going to ask two people that you know to have a conversation about pizza for 2 minutes. Two people, anybody, your siblings, your neighbor, anybody, okay? So you're going to have your notebook in hand, and you're going to jot notes about what they're saying, about what they're talking about. And something that I recommend, maybe I don't know, maybe your neighbor is called Sarah Garcia, right? So you can put SG, yeah? And she's speaking to, I don't know, your sibling who's named, I don't know, Mark, I don't know, Mark Johnson, I don't know. So as they're saying things, then you're writing down. So you're looking for something salient. So maybe Sarah says, she might say something like, I love anchovies on my pizza. So you're really just jotting down. And then Michael says, maybe he says, I cannot stand to eat thin crust pizza. Okay, so you're just jotting down notes. What that's translating into is you listening in on the conversation, okay? In this case, literally, it's a literal conversation. But that's what, remember the parlor metaphor? We listen in for a while before we can put in our or, okay? So once you listen to the conversation, write down the salient things that they're saying, then you're going to write a paragraph about pizza. But here's where the intertextuality comes in. You're going to integrate things that you heard from the conversation into your paragraph. And I have an example here, just a little start. One other thing, since you're asking in the chat, have a timer on your phone or a stopwatch or anything for 2 minutes. Tell them, okay, talk about pizza, go. You just take some notes. Boop. Okay, time's up. That's 2 minutes. So if I was doing something like this, it might go like this. So the topic is just write about pizza, write about the topic of pizza, and integrate my outside sources into the conversation. Sweet. So check this out. Here's just a little example. Pizza is a highly popular dish around the world. Despite the fact that many can agree on its deliciousness, the nuanced way that one can eat it varies greatly. According to the high school student, Mayra Gomez, say who the person is, she states, for me, pizza is only good if it has a thick crust. This is only one example of the varying preferential choices that can constitute particular pizza tastes. Another large attribute in pizza selection is the toppings that are put on it. These can vary radically. For example, the college student, Stephen Williams, expresses, I'll make sure to put as much sardines on my pizza as possible. So see how I'm integrating my sources into the conversation, but ultimately it's me who is guiding it. And absolutely, use I, as you're going to see in our first reading with Irvin. Use I, that's okay. You're talking about pizza. Bring in your sources. So, and that's going to go in here, which is our digital composition book. So this means that only you'll have access to it and myself, okay? And ultimately, like I said, I'm looking to see that you did it, and that's it. All right. So cool. Shoot me any questions that you may have. It's a fun one though. You'd be like, hey, can you help me out? And ask your siblings or your neighbors, and I'm sure they'll be cool with it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, one last thing. Here's a little game. Okay, the citation game. Sweet. Okay, open link in new tab. Sure. So play this. Try your hand at it. Rounds 10. Okay, you want MLA because that's what we learned. and go ahead and play it, and let's see how you do. So yeah, so play this game. Let's see how you do. Okay, I think you'll surprise yourself by how much you learn. Okay, last thing, guys. You'll notice that in our syllabus, here it is. Part of the homework was well, first of all, here's the deadline for the MLA practice worksheet, March 28th. It's the same deadline that I included in the Canvas. So you have a homework reading. It's this one. What is Academic Writing by L. Lenny Irvin? It's a beautiful reading to begin your journey as a college writing student. So your diary entry. So rather than doing it physically in your composition book, you're going to be doing it in here digitally. Okay. So just hit reply, and here's the reminder for what to do with diary entries. Anytime, guys, that alongside your diary entry, your written response, if you want to include like an image or something, or maybe you have an Apple Pencil and you drew something to accompany it, or you found a cool picture that matches with what you were talking about. Cool. By all means, you can attach it. Okay, guys. So that's that. That's actually it. So let's close everything. All right. I know we learned quite a bit, and I thank you for your attention, and I wish you an awesome week.